And welcome back to the Daily Wrap. It's time for Yay or Nay, where the powers that be at Newsmax love this segment so much, they gave it its very own segment bump. And they actually, your request, Rick, for Nantucket Red.
Expense spared.
No, none at all. 30 cents.
Big
Okay,
budget.
so did you know it's illegal to take a sled down Capitol Hill? Well, apparently it is. And with the massive amount of snow hitting the Capitol this year, some D.C. residents demanded the sledding ban be lifted, but was denied. So what to do? Well, have a sled in, of course. Capitol Police issuing a statement that the sledding ban is for security reasons, saying, quote, the Capitol grounds are not your typical neighborhood hill or playground, and that sledding can be dangerous. So, panel, are the Capitol Police just party poopers? Lisa, yay or nay?
I'm going to say nay, even though I love sledding, but I understand their position. It's not a park, it's not a playground, it can be security reasons and could be dangerous.
Wow, you're a party pooping
I am.
It's okay, I'm a party pooper too. I agree with her. I think we're talking about DC, we're talking about any number of people there on the grounds in the middle of DC. I think that it's unfortunately it's something that it's appropriate to curtail.
Let them sled, but let me tell you my favorite part of that story. Our friend Katie, who makes us all look really good when we get in front of a camera, showed me that CNN Today ran that story under a breaking news banner. Breaking news, kids are sledding on Capitol Hill. Film at 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they couldn't find the plane, so this has to probably replace it. Anything that moves is breaking news.
Breaking news.
On CNN. Amazing. Well, switching gears completely, do you remember this Saturday Night Live skit from 25 years ago?
Hey, look how this cat drives. He's all over the road.
It's amazing. You talked about cost before. They go over the same cliff. And that segment ran for about 3 years, mainly Victoria Jackson and Dana Carvey, I believe, without looking that up. Well, anyway, while cat drivers are outlawed in most states, Google may be ruling out a self-driving car for testing as early as this year. It's called Google X. The research lab running the experiment will be conducting trial runs in California for a few dozen lucky people. So, panel, would you offer yourself up as a passenger to test Google's self-driving cars, yay or nay? Rick Unger.
Yay, but I love how you could use Toonsis the cat to make that connection. The only thing that would have made Toonsis better would have been if he joined the other 9 cats that Michael Palin stuffed in his pants on his episode of Saturday Night Live.
Wow. Heather?
I would gladly do it. I ride the train to come back and forth here, so the same thing in my car. I could read, I could dictate. It would be wonderful.
I'm a baby, so I would say no.
And I am a nay as well. I actually thought of the whole Toonsis connection there because I pretty much see it as the same thing. That cat driving, computer, what if it, I don't know, it gets hacked? What if you know, the Hillary.com thing somehow is involved with the computer system?
I'm with you, Joe.
You know, we're all screwed.
You need to get some rest, Joe.
I'm just saying, computers, they crash all the time.
I know.
And if a computer crashes, guess what happens to the car?
Right,
it crashes! Concussions are unfortunately par for the course in the NFL, but 2 players are hoping their injuries could help scientists with brain disease research. So get this, New York Giants punter Steve Weatherford, he's on Fox 5 here in New York often with some friends over there, and former NFL receiver Sidney Rice announced yesterday that they will donate their brains to medical research after their deaths, so bravo to them. So panel, here's a question for you. When you die, and Rick says he never will, but Lisa, when you pass and leave this earth, will you be donating your brain to science?
I don't think anyone's going to want my brain for science, so I never thought of that. I'm going to say no.
What'd you get in the SATs?
I don't, about 1,200 only.
That's pretty good.
That's worth donating your brain for.
Thank you.
All right, sign her up.
No.
Sure. I mean, I'm an organ donor, so everybody's getting everything that I've got. Why not my brain too?
Is the brain included in the organ donor?
Yes, I don't know.
Or do you have to
Yes, like,
specifically
no.
I
say
mean, no
brain?
one gets a brain transplant, but I don't know if if it matters. You know,
Study
it's
your brain,
included.
though.
Sure, they can have it.
You're a high-priced lawyer, right?
So-
if they want my brain, they can
Okay.
have it.
They can only have mine if they're going to freeze it to reinsert later. By the way, Steve Weatherford,
Yeah.
I very brave what he's doing, but could I point out he's a punter? Punters don't get hit very often.
She's a punter that's probably in better shape than most people on the
Okay.
team.
Just
if
saying.
you
So
remember
he
his
should
workout.
pull- he should pull out
I
of
am
that
a
then.
nay because I'm freezing the body and they're bringing me back in 100 years.
You
So
and
the brain
Marcus.
better be intact. And anyway, finally, a long commute to and from New York, or excuse me, to work can really get you after a while, right? But this guy's commute takes the cake. 61-year-old Steven Simhoff walks 35 miles a day to work every day. He doesn't drive. So we're going to have to make this short panel quickly. Would you walk 35 miles to work, Lisa?
No,
Heather.
I couldn't.
Do what you have to, but I don't think I tried.
Rick.
Easy nay, but he has my admiration.
Okay,
Yes.
here's the thing. He says he can't take his minivan because he can't afford to fill it up all the time. It's called a bike, all right? That doesn't cost any money. So I don't buy the whole story. I'm sorry. This was the Daily Wrap. Good night, everybody. Joe Concha. Bye-bye.